Hello, Susannah here. I'm just leaving one of the Olympic stadiums. This is Olympic Park. Look, you can see all the way. And it's the first non-sunny day here, which is fine for my freckly skin. Right, rent to rent and why I want you to buy assets. So I'm not against rent to rent. I just don't teach it. I don't want to encourage people to do it overly, and the reason for that is I run my own portfolio. I used to run a letting agency with other people's properties as well. The team, the three of them, just manage my own portfolio, and we've done a time and motion study, as you might expect from me, to know all of the process. So let me just bore you for a moment, but don't switch off. You ready? Advertising, preparing the room, getting it photographed, getting it clean, getting it tidy, getting it advertised, and then finding tenant leads, calling them up, getting the tenants to view. 1 in 5 don't even turn up, which is terribly kind of them. Having them view, 1 in 5 will take, so you've got to do 5 viewings, including 1 no-show, waste of time. And then actually taking their deposit, doing the references, moving them in, doing all that paperwork, doing the inspection, having them pay the rent, chasing the 10% of people that are late payers. I mean, we always get our money. We're very good on it, but nonetheless, it's a hassle. Doing the quarterly inspections, checking them out, sending them the deposit, doing the health and safety, doing the fire regs, doing the asbestos, doing the Legionnaires, dealing with the fact that a few of my tenants nick the fire extinguishers every year. Their fault, my responsibility. And insurance, and managing the people that manage the properties. Phew. Okay, so I looked at a rent-to-rent strategy where it was making the person 50 grand a year, which is nice, isn't it? I mean, that's a good salary replacement, but remember, they don't own the asset. So we translated the time and motion study for the time that we take, and we use virtual assistants, so we don't even do the time ourselves half the time, and we use a lot of technology, texting, and all the rest of it, so that a lot of our stuff is very templated and much quicker than if you were just doing it with 1 or 2 just because we've got a portfolio. So we're hoping that we're shortcutting a lot of this stuff. And I worked out that a 50 grand, and this is just the maths I did, everyone might be different, a 50 grand a year rent to rent profit is equal to £17 an hour. Now, if you needed it, fine, but I don't want you to do that, because you're actually basically being a letting agent, although hopefully being paid a bit better than a normal letting agent, being a letting agent for someone else. I want you to have the asset. I want that. I mean, I started my portfolio when there was no kind of asset rise. So I didn't even think for the first 4 or 5 years of my portfolio about a capital growth. So I never bought with capital growth. I was quite careful. And now I'm just astounded every year how much my portfolio goes up by. I mean, it's absolutely crazy. It's just written things on a piece of paper in a spreadsheet, but wow. And rent to rent, you miss out on all of that stuff. You do all the hard work, you have all the fights about light bulbs, and you miss out on the capital growth, which fundamentally the asset is what makes you wealthy. And the minute you stop doing it, you've got no money coming in. Whereas look, I'm in Rio at the Olympics, right? And to be fair, I do have a team working from home, but I want to keep my portfolio in-house, but let's say I didn't, I would then put it out to a letting agent. I don't even need to be in the same country. I'm half around the world supporting my coach at the Olympics. So guys, if you have to do rent to rent, do just enough to pay your bills and then stop. Because you've heard me say before that time is the best and the biggest and the most important resource. And if you allow all your time to be sucked up on rent to rent, you're just not going to have enough time to work on raising the money, because you're probably going into rent to rent because you haven't got a lot of money. Raising the money so you can buy yourself assets, and assets are what's going to make you wealthy. I hope that's helpful, food for thought. I don't mind if you want to comment and go, Suze, no, you're totally wrong, because it'd be cool to have a good debate. And I'll see you soon. Bye.